on Twitch. Bears is saying that he is not hearing audio, so he's just trying to figure out if that's him or is that us.
Oh yeah, I'm not hearing audio on it.
No? Okay. Thank you, Bears.
So
There it
now
is.
we can be, I think now we can be heard. Amit just walked in and says now they can hear us, maybe?
Okay.
Bears,
Yeah.
can you hear us?
Gotta love OBS changing everything around on me.
Okay.
There it is.
There we go. Thank you, Karaya.
Well,
All right.
Just a little bit.
So, starting that again. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Levels of Madness. As always, I am Jess, your dungeon mistress. With us tonight, we have Josh playing Nines, our Warforged fighter. Bree plays Muirin, our Grave Cleric. Troy playing A.A.S.H.U, our Warforged monk.
Hello.
And Brandon is Caspian, our sea elf fucking warlock. Warlock. Yes. I did it right the first time.
You did.
You did.
I did so good.
You did the
Caspian,
most
the
perfect
sea
intro
elf
that
You get one.
anyone has ever fucking done. It was incredible, and I'm so sad that everyone
Couldn't
missed it, 'cause,
remember the greatest
I-
intro in the world.
Yeah, like I got misty-eyed, y'all. Like
It was incredible.
But trust me. So, and
They
that's
can
why-
relive it on
So
YouTube later.
smooth.
You can just put the Audacity audio in there, and it'll be good. So you guys can hear it later.
It was too good. It was
I
too
love
good.
I love that
Hit that
that's how we
subscribe
started.
button and you can hear our intro, our original intro.
That's what it is.
For just $5 on our Patreon.
The first 10 minutes of all of our stream is silent unless you're subscribed.
I want to thank our sponsors, Electronic Arts.
Oh my god.
Okay, so let's get everybody caught up on
Previously on,
what
again.
has happened. Yes, previously, again, on Levels of Madness. All right, so last time y'all did get to Lundy, the town in which that y'all were heading. On the way, Muirin got a response from her mentor, Nyx, in her twin journal.
Right.
Asking,
that I didn't know buzzed.
yes, it buzzes as if it is on vibrate, and if you ignore it, it will get louder and louder and more aggressive about it. So it doesn't like to be ignored. Pretty much just asking you for more clarification on what y'all have been through. You know, just a little bit of comfort from home, kind of, from Muirin to get that response. But y'all made it to Lundy, and you discovered a town that was pretty much depressed and in mourning throughout this entire time. You saw people.
It's werewolves.
A town that is
A
overrun
town that is
by
overrun
werewolves.
by werewolves, and
Which
that little
has
kid
not
knows.
been confirmed at all by the
I don't know
DM.
about that. I don't know about that. It's riddled with
What?
werewolves, overrun, teeming with.
Who remembers the tavern that y'all are
Werewolves,
staying
my
with?
name called it.
That y'all are staying at? The name of the tavern. Does anybody remember?
I remember Sasha.
Sasha was very important.
I don't remember the name of it. I remember Josh spent most of the episode threatening a mom.
Yes.
And I attempted to
I had a
kidnap
hard
child
week
on
in my
multiple
personal
occasions.
life last week. Sorry. Yeah, Albert fishing it over there, peeking in the window, trying to lure the little boy out. You know, weirdo.
I was gonna get him. That kid's coming with me.
Nab him.
If Troy gets a pet, I get a pet. Okay? I'm just fucking saying.
I just love that an elf would probably view a human as like a little pet.
Exactly.
Look at him, he's so cute.
In Jess's notes, it says, underlined in bold, kill all pets, and she's just like, damn it, I have to kill this kid now.
On you, Jess.
Oh,
You
dude,
made these rules.
If you kill Alexander Hamilton, you're gonna have some problems with A.A.S.H.U.
He's gonna transcend into this dimension and come after you.
I will be haunted by Alexander Hamilton for the rest of my life if anything happens to him. I know.
It's not
Um,
like
He's gonna
Jess
get
hasn't
stomped.
killed a companion in the past.
that
Boris.
was different. Completely.
If A.A.S.H.U sends Alexander Hamilton into battle, I really feel like it would be Josh's fault. Unless we get like armor and we train him.
You mean Troy's
There was
fault, not
literally.
Josh's fault?
Did you see
Troy.
that there was fucking literally like a bunch of wild boars that like attacked in Leander?
No.
Yes, just recently. So anyway, I'm saying that Alexander Hamilton, if we get him armor and we train him properly, that
What?
we have a war boar.
War boar.
It's a good idea.
What is Senior Hamilton's AC currently?
Probably one.
Just exists. That's what it is.
It exists.
It's a baby pig.
I will let you roll a d4 to figure out how many
Yes.
AC Alexander Hamilton is
Yes.
currently, like what his AC
Yes.
currently is.
Please.
Three.
And then you can roll a d6,
Yes.
and now you can roll a d6 to figure out how many hit points he has.
6.
Yes.
Max hit
Maxed
points.
out. He's the resilient
He's
piglet.
invincible.
He's ready for battle.
Okay,
pig.
so we have, you were staying at the Howling Wolf Inn, and you did meet Sasha Sway, who is the owner, or at least she runs the tavern. You heard through rumors and through Sasha that there have been a bunch of attacks. The reason why the walls were erected is because people were disappearing at night when they were walking alone, and then pieces of them would be found the next day or in the next few days. This happened enough that they got scared enough to erect the wall around the town. They were okay for a little bit, and then an entire hunting party was killed.
By werewolves.
You have yet to find any confirmation on werewolves.
I thought I saw a
It is
gaggle of
simply a
werewolves.
theory. It is a gaggle of werewolves.
There was like a gaggle of werewolves walking around somewhere. I heard it.
We've also found no proof that it's not werewolves.
Facts.
Accurate.
So therefore,
My
Accurate.
second guess is the Loch Ness Monster. So
I think that that's accurate.
I heard that magnets stick to werewolves. We should go around putting magnets on them.
definitely
Do we have magnets?
on
How do I
every person.
how do I craft a magnet?
All right, we're still on the fucking recap. So you met Sasha. You heard some rumors about people going missing and being found in bits and pieces. They think that it's an animal attack of some sort. You also heard through the rumor mill that there was one of the family members, a young boy of a hunter who was killed in the hunting party, has had a very hard time, according to most sources, accepting his father's death, and honestly believes that his father is still alive, to the point where he's tried to sneak out at night. Some townsfolk have had to help Mom keep an eye on him. Mom was exhausted. Then Nines decided to go to her house and attempted to. At first, it was a good attempt, with the disguise self appearing to be a person of matter coming to take care of the situation, while Caspian tried to sneak around back, unbeknownst to Nines, to lure this child out or just snatch his ass.
He had information that I needed.
They wound up being shut down by Mom. She asked that, they just be left alone. She was trying to help her kid. She was trying to deal with the death of her husband. Y'all felt bad, walked away. And then y'all saw that the gate was closed. So Caspian decided he was going to go and open said gate, and rolled an @20 to do so.
Hell
Nobody
yeah,
thought
I
he
did.
could. His little noodly arms almost gave out. He almost pooped himself, but he did it.
Twice.
Nobody helped him. Nobody was even near the gate. Everybody else went back to the tavern. But it was witnessed.
Oh, I was getting at that gate one way or another. I was gonna fight a goddamn werewolf. Bare
Okay.
knuckle boxing style.
So who knows where we ended?
We were
Josh.
about to
Are we
go to
leaving?
the spot. We were going to go to the
Yeah.
spot because someone
I
told us where the
left
spot's at.
Alexander Hamilton with Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Sasha.
We were going to go check out the corpse pile.
Yes.
And Josh cursed 2 dudes.
Wait,
What?
I don't remember that.
Josh rolled
My
Josh rolled like a nat 20 in intimidation and then just handed them each a coin. And so,
That's right.
and so they like buried the money and it was like a crime scene the next day.
Oh my god, yeah!
Because Josh is like, can I intimidate them? But then like changed his mind. He like rolled a nat 20 and it's like, I hand them
And you
each
just give
coins
them
and they're like,
coin.
so he cursed 2 dudes with money. That's where we left off.
It's my
Nines
not
has
a
been
curse
such
curse.
a chaotic entity in this town. In the one night that y'all have been there, you have
Really had.
eavesdropped and gotten yourself in good enough to learn
I
information.
am great.
I don't
am
know
great.
how the
You have
townspeople don't think it's
Threatened a
mine.
widow.
We need to
Like,
put like a minor
straight up.
illusion on the spot where the coins are, so everybody freaks out.
Somebody please do that.
Do I have? Oh, what is it? Oh, I don't.
Or like invisible servant and make it like start raising stuff up and down on the spot.
What is that? It's like it's not minor illusion, but it's like a feature. It's like a magical feature. Oh my god.
There's a lot of shit to choose from in D&D. So
I know. I'll think of it.
there's only about 1 billion feats and features that you could have.
So where are we starting?
So
Besides heading the direction of the thing.
Corpse pile.
I
Also,
am
I don't remember. Is the kid with us or not with us? The kid is not with us?
I'm pretty sure we ended where y'all were going to talk to the kid. You had gone to the Rusk's
Okay.
house, and you had managed to convince his
thought I
mom,
talked to him.
Bostri.
That I could talk
No,
to him.
You talked to that you could talk. Like you convinced Bostri that she told you to come back the next day and that you could talk to him. So you were, I believe we said that you were going to head there. I'm pretty sure. I didn't get to the end of the watch through on YouTube before we started. But I'm pretty sure that's where we started. Before you leave the inn, when you are, or the tavern, when you are leaving Alexander Hamilton with Sasha, she goes, "Oh, this bird came for you." And she holds out, and it looks just like the metallic bird that the coin had transformed into and flown off in order to let them know that your job was done. So this is from the Delvers. And she holds it out to whoever. She's like, "It's for y'all." I'm assuming it's not for
A.A.S.H.U
anybody here.
takes it from her.
Okay, as soon as it hits your hand, the bird barfs up a coin bag
Nice.
and then transforms into a coin. And on it, it says, "No job yet."
Fine.
And what does it? You said it does nothing. It's the
The-
coin bag.
It's a bag of coins. If you open it up, you see that there is 8 gold pieces, 6 silver pieces, and 12 copper pieces.
Is this us getting paid? Is this how we get paid?
It would seem that
I
this is how you get your
totally-
payment.
I totally forgot that we haven't been paid yet.
Where's my money, bitch?
Yeah.
So that is how much money you got for clearing the ruin in Haymore Forest.
Split it in 4s.
Hmm?
Split that money in 4s. Give
Yeah.
it to us.
Whoever, if you want to divide that up.
I'll divide it up.
Yeah, put down what 1 share is. This one was at 2. Oh, the silver pieces don't match up.
Because
like
I
that.
to be mean.
I like that a dungeon full of traps that like nearly killed us is worth basically 10 gold pieces. We are
We're champions, baby.
bargain adventurers. We are the Walmart $5 movie bin of adventurers.
We can always sell our secrets.
You can always sell your secrets.
Got some good ones.
Alrighty, so you have your new payment and you head out to the residence of the Rusk family. Is that where we want to go to?
I believe so. Yes.
Alrighty, so you head back down. You see that, the sun is up. The town is a lot more lively. The gate is open. People are going to and from the forest. You see those going, to harvest different berries and things of that nature, hunters, wood carvers, all that kind of stuff, going out and gathering stuff. There are a couple of carts that are heading out. It looks like they're going to potentially another place to sell wares, potential merchants, it seems. So you head past the blacksmith and you turn the corner, go down to the third house, and you are at the Rusk residence. You knock on the door, and Bostri answers, and she looks even more tired and frazzled than the day before. Right. Yes. Come on in. She gestures and brings you into her home. It's a small-ish home, 2 rooms, nothing too fancy here. They seem to be comfortable, but not wealthy. Nobody here really seems wealthy. Give me a minute. Jean, there's some people here to see you. And out comes this gangly 10-year-old boy, sandy-colored hair. I didn't do it. Whatever it was.
I
just-
snatch him and I run out. I got him. Come on, guys.
I toss his mom 1 copper piece and go, for your troubles. And I
Oh my god.
Everybody else gets gold, but the one whose child you stole gets a copper piece. It's all he's fucking worth.
No, Brandon does not steal the child.
I don't steal the child. I don't
I-
steal the child.
I tell him we're not here. He's not in any trouble. I just want to ask him a question about his father, if he's okay with that.
His face automatically gets skeptical.
Persuade his ass.
What? Are you going to tell me he's dead too?
Ooh. I tell him no. I want to know what he thinks is going on and what he knows.
Go ahead and roll persuasion. You can tell that this is a kid who has told many people what he thinks and has been told he was wrong. Why would you be any different?
But 6. I also hold out 5 gold pieces.
Can I help? Can I bend down and just say, "We're only here to help"?
Show him Alexander.
Alexander's not with you.
Alexander's with Sasha.
That's right.
So you get advantage if I help.
Yes, you can go ahead and roll again if you want to try for.
Okay.
Nat 20, baby.
Hey!
Woo,
22.
thank you for helping.
He kind of stumbles over his words a little bit first, and he's like, "But."
And then suddenly just like Jeff Winger monologues as a kid.
Josh, if you want to go ahead and drop us onto the other screen, you can, so chat can see the rolls. But remember to verbally speak them so that we can get that on audio. Alrighty, so with a nat 20, he believes you. Like, you're all really fucking weird looking. Maybe you'll believe what he has to say. Maybe you won't think he's crazy. So he sits down. Y'all go into the little sitting area. He sits down. He's kind of kicking his feet. I know what everybody thinks. Like, I get it. But my dad's not dead. I've seen him. He can't be dead if I've seen him.
Well,
Where have you seen him?
He looks over at his mom real fast and he's like, nowhere.
I look over at his mom, and I'm like,
She kind of throws her hands up in the air slightly and she's, I will go make some tea. And then just heads over to the kid and starts like banging things so it's harder for her to hear because it's not a large place. So she's just like trying to make noise so he doesn't think that she's
All right, where
eavesdropping.
does your mom keep the valuables?
what's your social security number?
All right, so he looks at you, especially you, Nines, and he's looking at you. He goes, my dad can't come into town. He's still hunting the thing that killed everybody. And he said it's not safe. He doesn't want it to be able to know how to get through the gate. So I talked to him through the wall.
we're in the
Have
wall.
you-
We're in the wall.
Have you ever physically seen him?
Can he
Yeah.
take us? Can
I can
you
see there's
show
a
us
there's
the
a spot in the wall.
Can
Yeah, I
he-
can.
That would be excellent, and we will try to either figure out if that really is your dad, or figure out if we
It
can
is
help your
him.
dad. I believe you. I just want to make sure so that we can help your dad with whatever he's doing, or
Kill him if
Okay.
he's a werewolf.
yes,
What?
help us. No.
You want to kill my dad?
No. Who said that?
Nines puts his hand over A.A.S.H.U's mouth slit. Don't mind my friend here. He's crazy. Listen, where's the hole at? Can you tell us where it is?
You gotta promise you're not gonna hurt my dad.
Won't hurt your
Okay.
dad.
Can I get the boys to come outside with me for just a second so I can talk? Can we and tell the little boy like, hey, just give us a second. I want to ask them like how we want to try to talk to your dad. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. So, what if we have the boy, the kid? Are we outside?
Yeah. If y'all want to step outside for a moment, like she looks over and she's just like, okay, and y'all kind of motion like we'll be right back.
So, how about we have the kiddo go up to the hole to talk to his dad, and we hang out of sight to kind of see what they talk about and then get a better sense of like who or what this is, and if it really does seem like it's his dad and it seems safe, we can walk up and try to talk to him.
If we fuck up, this kid could die.
It hasn't.
You
mean, there's-
see
There's
at
plenty of
the
kids.
window, you see the curtain move slightly and some eyes appear just at the windowsill. Like,
Is the window open? Can he hear us?
no, but he might be able to hear you. The window's not open, but you do see that he's watching you guys and like he's curious. I mean, he wants to
Nines
know what you're gonna say,
We're
Nine's
pretty
head
and he's
Ow.
not sneaky.
Nine's head owls around and looks at him.
And he and ducks real fast.
nice.
Nines he
If
laughs.
it hasn't done anything like, so either it really is his dad, or it's something that hasn't done anything to hurt him so far, or it's a thing. But barring that third one, like
We're
it
just
would
going to
be
investigate the dad, or
And
what is
Mom's not going to
claiming
let
to
us
be.
take him.
why.
Let
Like
us
we could
take your
try that.
child to the speaking hole.
Like, hey, we would like to go see what it is
Well,
that he's talking to without
we
alerting
shouldn't tell the
him.
kid that we're going to. We should let him go out on his own, and then we sneak out,
Like follow him.
follow him
No,
without him knowing, so that we can hear what they're saying without any influence from us.
I don't know if we necessarily like we can, but I
Because if
think we
he's
should
like,
just
my new friends told me to come talk to you, his dad's gonna be like, what new friends,
Mm.
and freak out.
I feel like I would rather have the kid trust us though. If that because then if things do go south, hopefully the kid will trust us enough to be like if we say, "Hey, that's not your dad," that he might listen to us.
Okay, Rochambeau for it. Whoever wins the Rochambeau is the plan we'll go with.
I mean, we could also just talk it out.
No,
No,
black
fight
and
to
white
the death.
decisions.
Fight to the death.
I
No
need
other
action.
options.
Some
Where
kind of
am I
action.
supposed to kick him though?
All right, what we want to do?
I agree with Muirin to take the kid with us. If he knows we're there, at least he won't do anything crazy. And if we spook him, it could be. I agree.
If it wasn't for the fact that there was a wall between them, I would say no. But the fact that it feels like it's if he's talking to him through the wall, that whatever it is cannot physically get to the kid. I think.
Hopefully, but he says he's seen him. So
What is your
Caspian, what's your thoughts?
So we're completely out of, we're past the whole kidnapping idea. We're past that, right?
we're not. We
Okay.
can't force the kid. We're gonna pay this family to borrow their child for 40 minutes to speak to the ghostly
So-
voice on the other side of the wall.
Are we taking him out in broad daylight? Is that it doesn't come out, and he comes out in the middle of the night to talk to him.
We'll come back
doesn't
and
he?
get him.
just whenever he normally goes, just say like,
And
hey,
his mom doesn't allow
whenever
him to go out.
right, but now
bring that up.
not on his own, but his mom,
Her mom,
like
his mom tries. From what
But
y'all
he always
have heard,
does. We know
he
he'll sneak out. We
Right.
know that he's going to meet his dad.
But his mom, if we tell them both, I think she might be more comfortable, depending on how we roll the dice, that we're all with him and we're trying to get to the bottom of whatever it is that's coaxing him out. So I think she might be more willing to let us try to resolve this.
Should
just
we
in
pull the
case.
mom aside and talk
I
to
was
her and
gonna
be
s-
like, "Hey,
Yes,
We
I
should
like
let
that.
This
Muirin
is
do
what
that
he's
so the
saying?
guys don't go up. I can't talk to her. And A.A.S.H.U does not have the speaking skills to talk to her, and he's drunk. So, and she
That's
might
fair.
receive it better from her. And
Okay,
Jess is God, so she can't talk to her.
Sure. Why don't we play it like that? Like you
And Jess
ask
is
the mom if we roll shitty and the mom doesn't like the mom doesn't like the plan, then we go,
Then we
okay,
kidnap
cool.
them.
We tell then yes. Then we just tell the kid like, hey, we just follow the kid when
Yeah.
he sneaks out. We'll just follow him later. So we can
like-
try diplomacy, and if that fails, then we'll kidnap him. And by kidnap him, I mean follow him.
And
I
if
do
he doesn't
agree
leave the
that
house,
no
we can
matter
kidnap
what,
him.
yes, I
Yep.
do agree that no matter what, we should follow the kid, whether it's like with him knowing about it or not knowing about it. If
Cool.
that makes it.
Then go talk to the mom. See what happens.
Can we coax the mom out?
Yeah, do some of y'all want to go inside and keep talking to Jean, or are y'all pretty much done with the
Yeah,
kid?
let's separate
we can
them.
go
Let's
in
pull
and
mom outside, and the three of us go talk to Jean.
Okay, so y'all, y'all go back in. Nines, you look over at Bostry.
Who's the adult in this scenario?
That'd be me. I'll take lead.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. So guys, all you have to do is not freak him out. That's all you have to do.
We all right.
We
It's
got
like
it.
the pep
We
talk
got it.
before you go. Like you're about to speak to a child. Okay, like I know.
A.A.S.H.U shrinks his arms and legs down so he's the same size as the child.
I roll a 4
Like-
to persuade her that I'll be able to do this.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Okay.
I put my finger over her mouth and shh.
You got it.
I got
She turns
this,
to
and
you
I
with
like
with
I
like a
like
tea set, and you're like, shh. She's like, oh.
I just like roll it around her face.
Shh.
I got this.
Hopefully not a disease on your finger. What do you have?
Okay, so mom comes outside.
She brings a cup out and she goes, I assume they want to try to talk to him. I know one of them is male. Is so like a bonding thing, I guess. I don't. Are the Warforged
You know,
bondable? Can
yes.
they relate to my son?
Oh,
Can they
yes.
help him?
Yeah, they can relate to him.
Look, you rolled this 4 for persuasion.
Well,
I
Yeah,
can
they-
promise they won't eat him. I can assure you.
I
You
mean,
will get
I have
him
not
back.
known Nines that long. I don't know if I really feel like I start to say I promise they won't eat him, but like I know they don't eat food.
Do they need
Um,
children?
I don't know, but so okay. Here's what we wanted to ask you. He's going out and talking to something that he is convinced is his dad, and I don't want to speculate on that because I know that's difficult. But what we wanted to do was see if we can go out there with him whenever it is he normally goes and kind of stay back, but stay close enough that if anything happens, we can intervene to figure out what it is that's trying to communicate with him and see if we can just that as a starting point. That's kind of our only lead. And since he's leaving no matter what anyway,
Hmm.
having us there to see what's happening at the very least will give you a better idea of where he's going and what's going on.
She's nodding as she's listening to you, and
And we'd rather him be a part of it because he'd rather him trust us more than whoever it is he's talking to, or at least trust that we're not going to hurt him and that you're aware of it so he doesn't like that
do
sort of
y-
thing.
do
But so
you
we
think
want
whatever this thing is wants to hurt my boy?
it hasn't so far, and it so far from what the boy has said, he doesn't seem scared. He doesn't I don't think he's been asked to go out further. So that's part of why right now seems like this might be an okay lead. And then if we get a sense that it isn't safe, then we'll tell you like what is happening and we can take whatever the next steps are to try to protect your child in the village. But right now, just he's the only one who has kind of any contact with anything related to this.
Well, I've gone out with him. I followed him before. I looked to see where he was going, and I saw him talking to the wall, and I got closer, and when he saw me, I was right there, and it not even 5 seconds had passed, and I look at the wall, and there was nobody on the other side. There's a hole where you can see through and everything, just a little notch, I guess he must have made, or there was a space that didn't get fully filled that he knocked loose or something, but I haven't seen anything, and I'm not the only one. There's we're a close community here. We look after each other, especially when tragedy just doesn't seem very far away from us all the time. But
Would you be comfortable with that? Would you be okay? I know none of this is comfortable, but would you at least be okay with us trying?
I need my boy to be in his right mind. And if you're telling me that there's a chance that you can get him back to me, I would love that. But I'm telling you, we've tried. We've never seen anything on the side of the. Of course, we're always on this side. We don't leave, and it's always dead at night whenever he goes to try to talk to him. But I mean, he hasn't tried to leave himself, so that's the main worry. It literally got to the point where it was just all of us who were watching him. It's only been a few days, but we just got to the point where as long as the guards are on the gate, he can't get through the gate. And I'm so tired. So honestly, if you can help my boy and you can promise me that he will be safe, then okay.
I can promise you that we will do everything in our power to keep him safe. Based on everything that we know so far, like that, it seems like it's going to be okay. So we'll see.
Whatever. If he is seeing something, and it's
Muirin,
not his daddy, I know it's not.
Muirin kind of starts walking back towards the thing to go talk to, like, walk kind of.
Mhm.
As
Look
you're
around the house
wrapping
and
up,
talk-
you guys hear the Nines yell, and I said, "No, Mom, I want spaghetti!" And all the guys laugh. We're just like, ah! And we're just busting a gut in there. The kids having a great time.
All right. So what do we want to do? Do you want to tell Gene that you want to accompany him? Do you want to go kind of in secret from him, but mom knows? How do we want to do this? Are y'all going to be posted all around? Go ahead, Josh.
Can I try to convince him to, how do I put this, to bring me with him, because I am a friend and I am also a protector, a fighter, that I could help his dad get this done and be
Well, I
like,
think
hey, and then maybe the other, maybe like bring me and someone else, but then other people kind of hide out so that it we can we can deal with this up close and not have to try to listen in. Can I get myself that close with him?
why don't
You
we? Why don't we kind of
Why?
ask the kid his thoughts? Sorry. Brandon, what?
Also, well, I just said this. Like, why don't we have the kid take us to the spot where he usually goes to now?
Yeah.
Get set up, and then Josh can just use his hat of like magic and just look like the boy.
Oh
And the
my
boy,
god.
Hang on,
the-
how tall is the
Oh my
boy?
fucking god.
let's see,
I
10
was
years
think
old, gangly boy. You're probably looking at about 5 feet tall.
I can be him.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn to the mom and be like, never mind, we have a hat. But
In a
with
slow
zero
mo,
that's all
explanation.
I'm
smoke.
gonna say. And then
And
I'm
then we
gonna
pick
turn
up the
to the
kid
kid.
and we walk out.
And then- yes.
We got this, Mom.
But my voice doesn't change, just my appearance.
Fuck.
Can I
Just
Yes,
a-
yes.
A DM question for you. Just how would you know if it looks like his dad, number one, and number two, you wouldn't know any personal information to be able to confirm the identity.
Well, if you want to
So
bring
just
up facts.
as
Do they have any
you know,
photos of
to
the cat?
assist you guys.
Okay,
There's a portrait. It's from a while ago. You see that Gene is younger. He looks to be about 2 in the portrait, and it's hanging on the wall in the sitting room. Yes, sir.
idea to combine kind of all of this. What if I go up with him and try to get wearing the hat, get a glance at what he's talking to, so I can then back off and change into it to show you guys if it's bad or not.
Yes, try.
Can we ask sit down with the mom and the son and come up with some sort of information that only they would know, that only the dad would know, and use that as kind of like a code word to figure out if he is who he says he is? Like what would only he know and
So like,
nobody else?
I do think that if we're going to do the hat, I wonder if maybe we shouldn't let the kid know, because then the kid might follow us out there, and then there's two of the kid. Although I guess if you didn't know, that could also happen. Fuck. Let's just talk to the fucking kid.
The Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
Okay, so decision time.
We'll just
What do we
have
want to do?
We'll just have the hat prepared as an idea in case we need to like snatch the kid and replace him or something. Or if the dad's like, "Come with me," you can like put the hat on and be like, "Okay," and put the hat on and like
Perfect.
go back, kid, go back, so the kid doesn't die. But then we have the kid, and then we follow the dad. So we just have that in our back pocket for if things go south with the kid talking to dad.
Are we
And
just
we can
letting
have-
him? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say we can have him take us to the spot now, and then we can set up on the other side of the fence and hide in some sort of fashion. So that way, whenever it comes up to the fence, we can see it. So that way, we don't have to like try and hop the fence. How tall is it? Can we scale the like? Say we go to the spot. Can we scale the fence, like to get to the whatever is coming to talk to the kid, if need be?
It's like a
in
9-foot.
one of the
It's like a
wards below
9-foot
me.
wooden
Can
wall.
someone fastball special me?
You can always try.
The two robots
Why
definitely.
don't you
could.
get? Why
mean,
don't you give
I'm not gonna
muscles
tell
down
you
there a
no.
chance?
He's
I'm a
playing
strength
character
based
now.
character now. I've got you. I'm gonna
Yes.
pitch you over that arm.
Okay, so are we telling Gene? Or you just want him to show you where the hole is right now, and then we can decide from there.
Let's have him just take us to the spot,
Yeah.
and we'll.
Let's see if there's any tactical
Yeah.
advantage we can get with the area
Okay.
first. So we walk out with him to the spot.
I have a question.
I may have an answer, but I have no guarantees. What you got for me?
What if I put the hat on Gene and had him transform into what he sees?
Ooh.
Oh,
You can.
wow.
You want to do that? Explain to Gene how the hat works.
All he has to do
Picture
is
who it is.
put it on and picture who it is, and then he becomes that.
Alrighty. So he takes what is it? What did we call it again?
Hang on.
Ted Farty.
Your Ted Farty hat.
Ted Farty.
My Ted Farty hat. Yeah.
So he takes the Ted Farty hat out of your hands, and his it's not really anyone's style, is it? And he puts it on his head, and he grows to be about 6'2", and his features change slightly. You can tell that this is somebody that is
Does he look kind of like a big
related.
dog? Oh.
No, he does not look like a big dog. He looks, if when he stands in front of the portrait, he looks like a slightly more wrinkled, grayer hair, longer, a little bit shaggier in the beard. But it looks like the dude in the portrait. It looks like his father.
Nines reaches over and takes the hat off his head and puts it on his head.
React?
And he's like, oh, whoa, I was tall.
How does his mom react to that?
Did the mom see that?
Yes, she did. And she bursts into tears immediately.
That tracks.
We gotta leave this
gonna-
family some money.
Yeah.
Money for your emotional disabilities. It's fine. It works for the government. It's fine.
Muirin goes over. Are you okay?
And so how long has it been since the dad has been missing?
It has been.
Muirin's like rubbing her back.
From now, it has been about 3 days.
Okay. I was
Since
gonna
the
say,
hunting.
can
So
she
very
tell
fresh.
tell that he has been away for a while? Like, is his beard scruffier than when he left?
Through her sobs, as Muirin is like, "Are you okay?" She's like, he looks the same. It's exactly what.
Someone
I
put
mean-
on some tea. Nine, put on some tea.
Nines burns the
Anybody
house
have
down.
calm emotion?
Caspian, put on some tea. Someone put on some tea.
Caspian, do you have
I'm
calm
just-
emotions?
Just rubbing her. Oh, do I have
In this group, that would probably be quite helpful.
I have mage armor.
You just turned sparkly real fast. Like I didn't feel safe.
I have create or destroy water. I don't know. I have hex. I have dominate
Splash
beast.
water in her face. Get a hold of yourself,
That
woman.
Wait,
cat
what
over.
is what is her swimming
She
speed?
has a tea set. She has tea. She just made tea. All you have to do is pour out more from the teapot.
Caspian,
Caspian,
like
go get
you just
tea.
like panic me, and I'm like, "Ugh," and I like run to the kitchen. You just see like lightning and like water splashing out, and like half of a witch bolt like explode out the window, and I'm like, it's fine. Like,
Emotional
tentacles
women
pop
have been,
out. Like Miss
emotional
Noodle, like,
people have
peeks
been
right out.
very. It's been emotional people have been a very traumatizing thing for Caspian too. Like she's crying.
Yeah, I'm just
Make it
panicking
stop.
in the kitchen. Can I roll
I love it.
performance or medicine to see how well I make this tea?
Just give me a
The
medicine
other-
check. Give me a medicine check. Yes.
Okay. 4.
Oh,
You pull
God.
out this cup.
I just bring Miss Noodle back out.
So you bring this teacup and you're
Does
like,
this tea
okay,
help?
here, this should help calm your nerves.
You made tea
And
like
she
an
looks
American.
down, and it looks like you like poured dirt into the bottom of the cup. There's no like mixing of it. It looks like layers, and there's an actual like leaf just sticking in the grounds at the bottom.
But it's a bay leaf.
Oh, this poor fucking woman.
And the water is cold, so it's not even hot water. The bay leaf, though, is singed slightly and is smoking. You're like, I got it.
Can I roll performance to see how well I hand it to her?
It-
Come
Yeah.
on,
With the
plus
flourish.
4. That 20! That 20 for a 24.
Oh, God.
See, I
Ah!
come backflipping out of the kitchen to present her this tea, the worst cup of tea in the world, with the fanciest presentation she has ever seen.
Flourish.
Doves fly out.
Be our
is.
guest. Be our guest.
The light shines through just enough to land on the teacup, spotlighting with natural sunlight
She thinks
from
it's
the
gonna be
gods. And
so
she's like,
good.
it looks like shit, but okay.
She's
And
like,
she takes a sip and is. You can tell she's like trying to be polite. Her cheeks kind of puff up as she's like fighting the urge to spit it out. And there's tears in her eyes as she gulps it down.
I
Thank
need
you
I
so
need
much. And she puts it down real fast.
I need to ask chat if
You're
we
welcome.
are as funny to them as we are to ourselves. Like
We're hilarious. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And I don't care.
I would hope that if
Fair.
they're still in chat at this point in time, they find us hilarious.
so
All right. So
Muirin picks up the tea, smells it, and then like is there a window or like a potted plant nearby?
yes. There's the
Kill
window.
the plant.
I'm gonna dump it out the window.
You hear a slight sizzling noise come from outside. And when you look around the sill of the window, you see that there is just a patch of dead grass.
Look, guys, I have a very specific skill set. Very specific.
To be fair, I did send the dude who avoids water to go make tea.
Just fucking saying. So I was doing everything I could in the kitchen besides using water to make this tea. So good call.
All right. So,
God, there goes my nat 20 for the night. God damn it.
Incredible.
alrighty. So,
Before
before
we go to that, do we want to take our break now or do we want to take it closer to 10? I don't know when the next
let's go through a little bit more.
Okay.
I want to try to get to a certain point before we take our break,
Tight.
because that tells me that I planned well. Hee.
Tight.
All right. So, you are going to go with Jean now to the wall, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty. So you all get ready to go. Bostri looks at you again before leaving, and she's like, just to the wall and back, right? He's not going. You're not going to take him beyond the gate, right?
No.
Okay. All right. I will. She's wringing her hand, and she's like, have him home before dark, please.
I'm
Everybody
so
give her
mad.
5 gold pieces.
I don't have 5 gold pieces. This motherfucker out here. How much money does Josh have? Because he definitely has more than I do.
I have more money than my character in if you want to compare apples
Just
to
ballin'.
lug
Bank
nuts, but
statements.
Just ballin'.
I got 22 gold pieces sitting on me, son. What are you doing? You out here being a scrubby bitch? What are you doing?
Give me your cut of the dungeon then.
No, I took my
I hear,
cut.
I hear flipping gold coins.
I give her 5 gold pieces as we walk out with her son.
Okay.
Jesus. Well, you should give payment upon redelivery.
Nah, if he doesn't come back, I want her to be
How?
able to
Buy a new son.
How
buy
do you
herself something fancy.
How do you have 22? When did we get money?
Josh comes from a luxurious background.
Oh.
All right, let's
I'm
go.
Bezos over here.
Jeff
saying.
Bezos.
Okay. Sorry, I had to fix my resolution on Twitch because I looked over and I was like, what the hell? Okay. Alrighty. So you leave the house and you actually go past in the opposite direction of the tavern. You go further into the town. You see that it's pretty much just residents and farms in this area. Looks like they grow most of their own food. It looks like they're pretty much self-sustainable. Anything extra that they have, they might attempt to sell, but there's not a lot of places close to here. And then you get to the backside of the wall. You can see giant trees beyond. And he leads you to a nice little hole that's in this gate. And it looks like it's pretty much like a brick would go here. Like there's just a piece of the wall that got cut out. It kind of looks like it was originally a seam that's just been, cut down and then up. But enough to be able to, like if you went up close to it, it'd be like this, with just your eyes being able to see. But, further back, you can see more of a person. So this is where I see my dad. You promise you're not going to hurt him, right? Like you said you wouldn't, but you didn't promise.
We will not hurt your dad.
To make it a promise, you have to say, I promise.
I promise I won't hurt your dad.
I
I won't
promise.
hurt your dad.
I promise that as well.
He looks at Muirin.
Resident
Huh?
psychopath of the group, do you want to also as well promise you won't slay this young boy's father?
How am I the resident psychopath?
Yeah, you really need to talk to her. She's extremely violent. We're all really fine to
chill.
make
Yeah,
this
As long as
Girl,
he doesn't try to
chill.
hurt Alexander Hamilton, we
Her
have no
her
problems.
motto is shred till you're dead. Like what?
She's said it to
What?
us multiple times. It's her favorite thing. She's said it thousands of times.
Muirin just
And he
sighed.
looks at A.A.S.H.U and he goes, "What's an Alexander Hamilton?"
He is my companion. You can go see Sasha if you'd like to play with him.
He's a super cute piglet. I highly recommend that you meet him.
His eyes get wide. I mean, mom said that I just had to be home before dark.
Well, go
Well,
on then.
Like-
Have some fun. And I
Oh,
shoo
go to
him
the-
away.
Go to the inn, talk to Sasha, tell him that Muirin sent you, and that you get to play with Alexander Hamilton for helping us out.
Okay. And okay.
Bye bye.
Did you want to meet my dad?
yes.
Is he
Of
here?
course.
He looks at you like you're crazy. No.
When does he show up typically?
Well, he hunts. The monster sleeps during the day. So that's when he tries to track it down, and then he comes to see me to let me know that he's okay because he knew what happened to the rest of the party. He knew, and he knew that he had to stay away, and so that's why he had to come and tell me he's not dead. Because like, I mean, like he's the best hunter, so I mean, he's got to keep hunting them, or else it's going to keep hurting us.
Did he describe what it was?
Just said a monster. He didn't see what it did.
Did he say how much fur it had?
He hasn't told me what it looks like. He said he hasn't seen it yet. He's just been tracking it through the forest. Does it have fur? It's not Alexander Hamilton, is it?
It
Definitely
is not.
No. It is
Alexander Hamilton is adorable.
Okay.
Is there
And
any
very
other
funny.
information you can provide us with before we have you go hang out with the pig?
And he's
Did he-
kind of thinking.
But he already showed us the location, right?
Yeah.
We're here.
We're standing
Right?
at it. Yeah, we're in front of the hole in the.
Okay, cool.
Well, if you want to know a secret,
We love secrets.
No, we're super good at keeping them.
my mom, she got like 3 bottles of whiskey from Sasha, and I know where she hid them. She doesn't know I know. But if you want some,
This kid
Fucking
offered to booze me up.
rage.
I mean, you guys are like adults, right? And adults like whiskey. My dad, like my mom really likes whiskey. It's like her favorite present to get. And like Sasha said that there was like a traveling dude, and she was able to get some good whiskey for her. To deal with my dad not being here. But once my dad gets back, she'll be fine. She won't even need it.
Damn, this kid just fucking throw his mom under the drunk bus.
It's like when your kid goes to school and talks shit about you to the teacher, and you're just like, "What the fuck,
My
man?"
mom loves pills. She takes pills every day. Vitamins, you dumb kid.
The kid who drew the picture of his mom with like the shovel, but it looks like she's a pole dancer, and she's like, "I sell shovels at the hardware store, and there was a snowstorm." But it definitely looked like his mom was an exotic dancer. She was like, "I got called into the office to have a discussion about that one." I was like,
That would be a weird thing to call someone in the office for.
just a question of like, what does your son know about what you do for a living? Does he see you? I'm like, hey, that's a good workout. But yeah, I love watching the kids pretty much like ratting their parents out at school.
On accident.
My dad likes to sniff sugar with his nose.
All right, we shoo the kid away to go hang out with Senior Hamilton.
Okay.
Um,
What
On
would
the
y'all like
oth-
to do?
His dad's definitely a werewolf. We're gonna have to kill him.
Yeah, 100%. But we said we would not kill his dad. So if his dad is anything else besides just a normal human dad, I don't feel
promise. Shit.
also that. So she can just cast the killing blow. Like we're good. All bases covered. So
Well, technically, I didn't kill him. She did.
exactly. So we're standing in,
I promise.
Semantics on a heartbroken 10-year-old boy. Okay.
so we're standing in front of this wall. We're standing in front of he just looks through a little like binocular hole in the wall to where his dad comes up and sees him. Directly on the other side of the wall, is it just open field to trees, or is there any way on the other side of the fence where we could hide?
No, it's pretty open. The area around for about a 2-foot span around the entirety of the wall has been hewn and cleared so that they have at least 2 feet of clearance before,
we-
and then right past that is forest.
What is on the top of the wall?
It is flat. Like they struck the tops and then they shoved them in the ground. It is not, whenever you came through, you had specifically looked at the wall, and it does not look like it is meant to keep things out.
I could change into something that looks like a rock monster or like a slab of rock that's a person and lay down up there and listen. I could lay above the hole because Warforged just sit and just don't do anything. So I could just lay there and not move. And then when they come up to talk, I could be up there. A.A.S.H.U can come up. I mean, well, he can't change to look different. If I lay up there without changing, would he see me?
On
Or we
top
just-
of the wall, I
Mhm.
mean, it would be a visible like in
Okay,
the wall.
but could I change into something that's like rock-like to like look like I'm a part of the wall?
Just looks.
Humanoid would you have seen that looks like a rock?
I can use my imagination, right?
What about like? Can he look like a gargoyle or something? Because
Can you look up and drop the disguise self spell? Because that's the spell that it's based off of. It just doesn't.
Don't you have
change.
like
You
a
don't have a
thieves
time limit.
tool where you can look like just
Just
like
Yeah, you like
wood?
you like painted yourself to look like a rock that one time to freak
Oh,
us all
yeah.
out, and then got like.
Yeah, I have a
Can-
disguise kit.
Can you
You
just paint yourself?
camouflaged yourself PETA style in the middle of a very thick wood. You're asking if you can sit on top of a wooden wall and not be seen when the wall is like
Can we just build steps on the
this,
other side of the?
and then you would be like that if you just laid flat, or like at worst like that, just a hunk of rock on top of the.
Yeah, just inconspicuous. What if I laid on the ground outside and made
You
myself look like a boulder?
Anybody have mold earth? We can just bury ourselves.
Bury me outside and just a little bit on top, and I'll listen because I don't need to breathe.
We could put like a little. If we have like a screen, we could get a screen or something from the kitchen from Sasha and put it on top, and just a little tiny bit.
Just
of
rip a
dirt.
screen window out if there's screen windows. I don't think this place is advanced enough to have screen windows, though.
Can we
Just
build
put some sticks.
a stair set so that way we can just hide on this side of the wall, listen to what the dad says, and then just run over the. So that way, if he tries to escape, we can just doop doop doop.
There is like farmland and stuff that goes almost all the way to the wall. So you could hide potentially, depending on how well you roll stealth, in the rows of like vegetables and stuff like that. Attempt to hide yourself around the area. There is things to attempt to hide behind. There's trees inside as well that you could attempt to hide behind or in order to attempt to eavesdrop. The closer that you are, the harder it. If you're trying to hide from Jean, it's going to be harder than it would be to try to just not be seen by the person on the other side of the wall, because their vision is very limited as well. When they look in, it's going to be that slit to a certain extent. So if you're just wanting to
we're
hide,
wanting to hide on this side of the wall, not that side of the wall.
up to you. If you want to hide on the other side of the wall, you would have to leave during the day because the gate is closed.
Do we have enough time to dig a giant pit and cover it with leaves, like cartoon style?
It would be about 11 o'clock in the morning now. You can do that if you want to spend the rest of the day doing that.
Can we build a set of steps on this side of the fence? So dad's side of the fence, our side of the fence. Can we build a set of
Mhm.
steps on our side of the fence, hide on our side of the fence, close enough where we can listen in to what they're saying, and then after we hear what's going on, we can then run up those steps to follow the dad.
Do any of you have any spells that would assist with something like attempting to
And we have mold earth.
build steps, something of that nature?
Um,
We could Minecraft style it. if we
Mage
have-
hand, create or destroy water, arms of Hadar.
I have create 9-foot staircase.
Perfect.
I was gonna say, does anybody have
Perfect.
religious deity with a specialty in carpentry?
I would say that wanting to build something that is like this and attach to the wall, it's going to take y'all longer than you would have.
Or a ladder.
You could
Do they have
definitely like find a
do-
ladder.
do
Yeah.
they have
Do we
ladders?
wanna practice fastball specialing me?
We could do that too.
You want us
Just-
to throw you?
Just fucking launch Muirin over the wall
mean,
if
like,
things
right-
go bad.
Right now, what we can do is we can throw me up to see if you guys are capable of throwing me high enough.
But you're also going to take like a bunch of fall damage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The landing is the part we need to like. Are you guys gonna catch me? Like,
Or we're just
Does
gonna
anybody
throw
have-
you
does-
over the side of the wall.
Does anybody have feather fall? Like, what? How can we make it so that I don't?
I'm a warforged. I have
Die
iron
after this.
fall.
I have slow
I have
fall.
meteor strike.
How can one of you guys like? Can we toss one of the warforged over and maybe they won't get as damaged? I don't know. Just how
Yeah, I can reduce my fall damage by 20 with my reaction.
Okay, so y'all are going to take the rest of the day
Does
kind of
the
planning
town
this?
have a catapult?
No.
No.
Oh my god.
Boo. Okay, then can we get multiple ladders?
You can definitely like spend the day like knocking around, asking to, borrow ladders and stuff like that. Sasha and Bostri would both vouch for y'all. Now that you have gotten 2 allies pretty much in the town. You've had some pretty decent interactions. You have a
Despite
positive
that cup of tea.
despite it was the attempt.
You saw that I really, really wanted to help her, but was just shit at making tea. Like
You do
clearly,
see-
I was here for it. Like I was invested in the cup of tea.
You do
The
see that
skills were
every
not there.
time that you deal with Bostri for the rest of the day, like she'll be talking and then suddenly she'll get a little pale and break out in a little cold sweat and she rushes off, assumingly to find a bathroom. And then she comes back and she's got like the cold sweats and she's okay. Yes, sir, Troy.
Can I use my mason's tool to like chip out all the grout in the brick wall? Or no, it's a wooden wall, right?
It is a wooden wall.
Damn. I was gonna say we just burst through like Kool-Aid Man.
Can we just weaken the wall where we can just smash through?
Don't you guys? We can't let this thing in. It's just gonna ravage everybody. We
Yeah.
cannot do that.
Oh, I
If-
definitely want to let it in.
Bro.
Okay. Can we then just hide on our side of the fence, collect a bunch of ladders, hide with our individual ladders, listen to what the dad says, and then when we're ready, just run up to the wall, climb over, chase the dad.
Muirin is like 5'2", and she's gonna hold a 9-foot ladder and hide with it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm delighted.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You can be in like pairs as well, so y'all can like run the ladder up and then
Oh,
both go
yeah.
up the ladder.
Yeah, fireman style.
Like, why
Yeah.
do we each need ladders? Why don't we just like?
This is a solitary experience.
two
If you
ladders.
don't pass the ladder on to if you can't climb this fucking wall, you don't deserve to be a
Ooh,
part of the
oh.
party.
So each Warforged is in charge of the bottom of the ladder, and then Caspian and I each get at the top of the ladder, and the Warforged, like fucking firemen, they put him up against the wall so that Caspian and I can like go like be up there and go over.
You could definitely do that. Like some fucking
Fireman training.
yeah, that thing. I was like, the dudes with the yellow coat. That makes sense to me. Alrighty, so
The guy who owns
Uh,
Curious George?
I thought he was a
Sorry.
man in the
he
yellow
doesn't
hat.
he doesn't own him. He cares for him. He adopted him.
Mm,
No, like Curious George X. I mean, like that's a child. That's all that is. That's a child.
You know,
Okay,
he never
so
had a tail.
Curious George.
Yeah.
Never?
Nope.
I
Doesn't
thought
have
it
a
was
tail.
weird.
Never had one.
I thought it was weird when we started watching, but it was like the like updated version, the like reboot of it when Kiddo was younger. So I was just like, I guess it was weird for them to draw a tail all the time. Anyway, back to our story. All right, so we have a plan. We know what we want to do. I want you all to go ahead and roll your stealth checks for me to see how well you are able to
22.
hide.
Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh.
I have to roll at disadvantage because of my armor.
16. I
Six.
mean,
Just a
if we're
reminder, if you want to use inspiration at all or anything, you have to say so before I tell you whether you pass or fail.
I don't
Um,
think that I have inspiration.
if
I
we're
rolled a
spending
six.
all day doing this, does nines have to roll at disadvantage?
I still get a fucking nat 1-4, bro.
You can all actually roll at advantage so that because you that is a good point. You have had all day to get this.
Yeah, like we're
figured out.
spending
Yeah,
all day just
Yeah.
doing this.
that works. I
So
like
that's a 20 then.
it. Alrighty.
5!
That's a 20.
I went from a 6 to a 5.
I am great. I am great.
So 22, 19, 20, and a 5.
I'm like, hey guys, can you see me?
And she's standing out in the open.
Bright
I-
red.
I was holding
She is bright
twigs.
red too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Her
So
horns
sis
are
is,
just kind of poking out. They look like they were trying to be a tree. She's like, "Can you guys see
so sis is
I
gonna
am the
hang out with
tree.
Alexander Hamilton.
me?" All right. So okay, so you are all actually able to hide yourselves pretty well. As night falls, of course, it's going
Except
to
for
get
me.
harder to see you.
Well,
Nope.
you're very small.
Oh, okay. So even
You're
though I
able to
rolled,
hide yourself.
Oh,
okay.
The
Cool.
DC was 5.
Oh, yay! Ah!
Y'all have a lot of stuff going for you. Y'all have a teeny tiny little hole in the wall. You have all of these different things.
So I like climb
Going
up the
for you.
tree and fall, and climb up the tree and fall, and climb up the tree and stay.
Or you just like you fall and then you're like, I am the base of the tree.
Yeah, I just curl into the roots.
You don't see me anymore.
we've got
Okay.
two ladders. We're hidden. We're waiting. Sick.
All right. So you see about the moon is high in the sky. It is not a full moon.
Ah, I was going to ask.
I know you were. It is not a full moon. And you see the figure of a small boy walking up. Jean goes to the wall. Everybody make perception checks for me.
11.
6.
Perception.
Mhm.
9.
Dirty 20.
I'm glad one of you rolled high. Alrighty, so you're all able to hear as Jean starts to come up. He's like, Dad? Dad, are you there? Muirin hears. Jean? Jean, is that you, my boy? Oh, it's so good to see you again. How you doing? You doing all right? Yeah. I think I may have found someone who can help you. What do you mean? Help me. There's some new people in town, and they believe me. They know you're alive. Everybody else, I told you, nobody believed me, and you said that you'll prove them all wrong when you come back with the monster's head, but they want to help you hunt the monster, and then you can come home. Jane, you don't need to be telling strangers our business. What are you thinking? You don't know these people from anything. Dad, come on. Like, if they seem super strong. Like they were able to to they stole a pig from the boars, Dad. They've taken down boars. They have its baby. Jane, don't. Do you not want to see me anymore? What? I want you home. Jane, you can't tell people that I'm out here doing this. It's dangerous. Yes, sir, Josh.
Can I disguise myself as his? I can't do the voice. I always get the fact that I can't do the voice of the person. I wanted to be his mom, but no.
You can always roll a performance check to see how well you're able to mimic
You
voices.
need to just start working on your, just every day. We need to start practicing your
Oh, yeah,
impressions.
+4 in performance. Let's do this.
Okay. You want to
All right,
transform
is
into
the
Boss
team
Tree?
is the team okay with that? With me turning into the mom while we're
The team
doing this,
would
or
not.
no?
Would you be whispering it to the team?
We had a plan. I'm not going to mess with it. Keep going.
All right. So y'all keep listening, and honestly, you would not be hearing this yet. So that would just be your thought process as far as like, do I need to go and get involved as his mom?
Good learning
But Muirin
moment.
is the one who hears. We don't need help from strangers. This is our town's fight, and I told you I'm gonna take care of it. You just
That's weird. That's suspicious.
That's suspicious.
what you need to do. We talked about. But Dad, I'm not allowed. Get your new friends to help you then. You think that they're so special. You need to get the gate open. It's the only way for us to take care of this situation. Dad,
That's suspicious.
things like super heavy and the guards are there and they always try to stop me. Jane, if you can't find a way to get the gate open and get out here, then I can't keep you safe.
Ladder strat. Ladder strat.
All right, you want to move?
Ladder strat.
Muirin have to make the call because she's hearing this, not us.
He's trying to get the kid to come outside of the gate, so go.
Ladder strat.
All right, so y'all.
Me, got it. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Suspicious.
I roll an
Suspicious.
18
Don't be
to
suspicious.
do a run up the ladder and then just flip and like land and plant it.
I hope that Muirin, like when she hears like him being creepy, she like caw caw.
And I weigh like
Signal the
250
ladder
pounds.
strap.
100%. If that's what we planned, I'm absolutely like.
All right, so Muirin, your signal to everybody that it's go time. Y'all need to rush this wall. The kid's in danger.
I am cawing like Moira shit.
A.A.S.H.U springs up, just legs pumping. He's got the fucking ladder above his head. Does a fucking flip somehow with this 9-foot fucking ladder, twists his entire body, lands, and just fucking
with it.
like his feet leave an indent and the ground kind of puffs up and then he plants it in the ground real hard and you see that it dips in about 2 inches into this hard packed dirt because you've just launched this shit into the ground. Nines, you are fucking going too. You're rushing and you are able to plant the fucking ladder. Caspian, you are up the ladder.
18, 16, 18. Says roll acrobatics. Let's go.
Sorry. I have a
Come
+0
on.
to acrobatics.
18, 16, 18.
Oh.
Nat 1.
Oh god! Do I just hit the wall?
teeth turned into piano keys.
So
This was never a fan of
A.S.H.U.
the ladder strat.
A.A.S.H.U. races forward, spins, flips, plants this thing, and he's already climbing up the fucking ladder. Same with Nines. He rushes out and fucking just with ease plants this ladder. He's up, climbing already halfway to the top. Caspian fucking launches himself. He leaps from like 2 feet away, lands about 3/4 up the ladder, and starts to fucking climb. Muirin, you see all this, and you're like, going, caw, motherfucker! Running. You go to make the first jump to grab on. You miss, slamming your face directly into the wall. You take
You hate to see it.
You fucking hate to see it.
3 points of damage as your face slams into this wall, and just like a scorpion with like your toes coming up to touch while your face is flat against the wall. And you just kind of sit there for a moment, like,
This is the
That
second
didn't-
time I have been like fucked up by a wall.
I like that.
That's what y'all get for constantly trying to seduce the walls. The walls fuck back.
This wall
should
was
be the
not
title.
impartial.
That should be the title of this. Is the walls fuck, but this wall is not impartial. The walls fuck back.
I love that all three of us like superhero land, like on the other side, and we're like, "Fuck yeah, Muirin!" And then we just hear like
Flap!
behind us.
Ow! So,
And we're like badass, and the dad like looks at us like ready to fight, and then like here's the like, he's like looks
Yeah.
behind us, like
you start to get up, and you are like, fuck, ow! Your nose is bleeding slightly. You're making sure that your fangs haven't
How much damage
cracked.
did I take?
You took 3 damage from slamming your face into this wall.
I'm
And
just
your
checking
back
my
kind of hurt
corns.
too, because you're just like, oh, that's not natural. And
It was a natural one.
you
Huh?
hear
Huh?
you hear Jean go, what the hell?
forgot we didn't tell Gene about ladder strat. So he just sees like all of us like fucking ladders, like Muirin like slamming the wall, and it's just like we didn't talk about this.
All right, about to kill your kid, Dad. Bye.
You just had that message. He's about to kill your kid, Dad. Bye.
Kill your dad, kid. Bye.
Oh my
All right.
god.
So, A.A.S.H.U, Caspian, Nines. You land on the other side. You hear Muirin fucking ow behind you. What you see in front of you appears to be the man from the portrait, the man that Jean had transformed into. But he is already at the tree line, and he's booking it into the forest.
I take off.
Yeah.
I follow
my-
suit.
my-
Just
My movement
Uh,
speed is 40, so
Can I
I'm
see
booking
him?
it.
Okay.
Um,
you can see the outline of his back.
My eyes just turn red, and I'm just Terminator style. Right.
Fucking terrifying.
as soon as I land, I cast Hex on him.
Okay. Drop that for me.
The hex happens on a hit.
Um. Oh, motherfucker.
you thought.
So
did.
you can still cast it on them, but it won't have any effect. It won't have a negative effect, except for you can choose to have what ability check would you like it to have disadvantage on?
And it's a bonus action too, so you still have an action.
Stealth checks.
So that would be dexterity.
Yeah, I want him to have disadvantage on dexterity.
Does that mean he'd be hit by any one of us? And that happens, or just him?
Just him. He deals an extra amount
Yeah.
of damage if he's able to hit while the creature is hexed.
If I can see him, Eldritch Blast has 120 feet range.
Mhm.
Can I try?
You will lose movement if you are trying to stop and do a spell, so you will fall behind if you're trying to chase him.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit him so I can try and slow him down a little, damage him a little, and I'll catch up to the Warforged on the next round.
Okay.
And I'll have Sis will have some assistance.
Okay. Go
So,
ahead and roll it for me.
12. But I have inspiration. Can I
You
do that on
can
attack?
you can go ahead and cash in your inspiration if you would like to and re-roll that.
25
Ooh.
25 will hit.
for 11, and he is hexed. So
What
I
kind of damage is that?
Force.
Okie dokie.
And then I deal 6 crit for 6 necrotic damage. So 11 force and 6 necrotic.
Damn.
Thank you. Okay.
You blast
Sorry.
him and he just skiers into a tree.
Yeah, I'm hoping to like slow him down. Like, can I like knock him down or slow him down by doing this?
So it was
He's gonna full out sprint and hit in the back with the Eldritch Blast that does
11
force damage.
force and 6 necrotic. Okay, cool.
You did roll a 19 for that hit. Plus 6 to put at 25. I'd say you knock his ass down.
I feel like I boop him a little. I feel like it at least slows him down a little if it's force damage and he's in a full
Wait,
sprint
what was 19?
So, I rolled a
It's
25 to
25.
hit. Yeah, I rolled a 25 to hit. He's at a full sprint away from me, and I hit him with force damage. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it might boop him a little, trip him a little.
Every
That
time you
is
say
indeed
force
what you
damage,
are
I think you're
expecting.
like
Like the force.
Mm-hmm.
You do assume that. Like that's a very logical assumption to make with force damage, and you're like, I got this. I'm gonna trip his ass up. You hear it hit. It sounds strange when it hits this creature. It sounds kind of like liquid getting hit with a fast moving object, as if it was going to be like through something.
Interesting.
You do not hear any crashing or anything like that. If you would like to make a perception check to see if you can see if it fell, you can. The other two are running after it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, and Muirin, I'm assuming you are climbing over.
Well, first I actually want to kind of reassure the kid.
Okay, as you're staunching the blow flood
Yeah.
from your nose.
Yeah, like we just want to help, and it sounds like we. You can tell he wasn't gonna trust. It also doesn't seem like it's okay that he's trying to gate. Don't do that because that doesn't. Like I asked the kid, does that sound like something your dad would tell you to do?
Well, he's my dad.
I understand. I understand that he's your dad, but we
It-
don't. Go ahead.
Did so the kid was able to experience the hat. I mean, like, we have this that can make you look like anybody. Like, what makes you think somebody else couldn't do the same thing and trick you? That would be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I
he's
totally.
he understands that it's possible to change your appearance.
Someone might be tricking them. They might have your dad, and they're trying to trick you. So we're gonna go try and find
But-
your real dad.
I'm
Y'all,
not there, so you say.
y'all. I'm literally about to say that.
So what you're going to want to do, though, is you're going to want to talk to the child with your mouth. You're going to use vibrations in the air to speak words, and then
Hold on, sis.
demonstrate it to us in
I
a.
know you're about to do this, but there are 3 white guys that can explain what you need to do. So if you
Even
want to
though
just hold
I
on a second.
Actually,
Okay.
have a 10-year-old.
Yeah,
In real
like,
life.
I know that you have real life experience to assist you in this conversation, but there are 3 white men that have 0 experience in this that would like to take a
Give
hand
me-
first.
Yeah, just
I know that you're in the process of doing it, but
we aren't even there.
yeah.
But we're gonna tell you how to do this. You feel just 3 white guys.
Giving me inspiration.
And at the same time, you're like, this is the most fucked up. Like,
It's-
what?
It's the shittiest form of bardic
I
inspiration.
was just about to fucking say that. Thank you, spirit. You fucker. Okay. So you assure Jean in a kind of rushed way because you also hear as Caspian shoots off something because he has to say something when
I
he does
also want
this
to
spell.
explain to him, like, we want to make sure that no one is trying to hurt your dad, that no one is trying to control your dad or make him say these things or make him hurt you, especially if he doesn't want to. So we need to figure out quickly what's going on. And you get back to your mom as fast as possible and
Do any of the
tell
boys yell
her.
back to Muirin that they're running? So she might want to hurry.
She hears Nines yell, "I'm coming for you, you son of a bitch!"
I say all of that really
Clank,
quickly.
clank, clank, clank.
tell
Yeah, you
him-
just hear heavy, heavy,
Yeah.
heavy footsteps.
I tell the kid to get back to your mom or to Sasha. If you want to go to Sasha and tell her what your dad said, you can. If you're worried about going to your mom, just tell one of them because I gotta go. And then I start trying to run up the ladder, which hopefully this time I succeed at.
Go ahead and give it another try. Roll
This.
athletics or acrobatics, whichever you would like to see how quickly you get up this ladder.
I have a +1 in athletics, so I'll do that because I have a +0 in acrobatics.
Natty.
Ooh, natty 20. So
You
She doesn't even use the ladder. She just
Yeah, she
jumps
just-
over the wall.
I just run up the wall, fucking, and then grab the top, leap over, and like flip over. Can however far like Nines or whoever is the furthest back, can I land like just ahead of them in like a superhero thing? And then
yes.
stand up.
So
Hell yeah.
what the boys
Hell
see
yeah.
on the other side is suddenly this fucking red fireball just fucking like as she lands superhero pose right in front of Caspian, who had just reached out his hand to cast Eldritch Blast. So it's like literally just boo, and then crash, and then she's like, "Fuck the wall." And you look at her, and she does have some blood still coming out of her nose, and a bruise forming on her forehead.
It's like a goose egg.
Okay, so Nines and A.A.S.H.U have already started taking off after this creature or the dad, whatever it is. Caspian and Muirin following behind. We are going to take a quick 5 to 8 minute break because there is more to this session. And the sooner we get to it, the more we can get to.
Shred it,
for you guys.
shred it, shred it, shred it, shred it.
Will we confirm a lycanthropy diagnosis or will it be debunked?
Don't
We will
tease me
find
like
out
that.
after our break because y'all will hopefully find out what this creature is.
It's a werewolf. It's a liquid werewolf.
Get out of here.
Yes.
Liquid werewolf. That sounds like an alcoholic beverage.
If we don't come across a liquid in this campaign,
I will have
Yeah,
to write
I'm
down.
out.
like
Liquid werewolf.
Caspian's ex-girlfriend is literally like she could send liquid werewolves after us. I'm just saying.
All right, so we will see everybody. Stick with this chat. We will be right back. unfortunately, like
We're in.
CR is one of those where it's like One Piece in anime where it's just so long that it's very overwhelming to try to get into, and
Yeah,
I would
so
love to just
watch
see
it.
that in animated form because they're all amazing voice actors.
Hmm.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Thank you for hanging out while we went and got a little bit of nutrition and drinkage into us. Drinkage, that's not a fucking word, but you know what? It's a word now.
All words are made up.
I forgot.
All words are made up.
Water.
Accurate. Just like all of the accents in this fantasy world are completely natural and normal for this world and have absolutely no likeness, and intended or not, to any real characters or sounds or entire countries who may be upset with me for butchering the way that they sound. I'm not you. I'm not intending to sound like you. I am making a fantasy sound.
Just make every NPC sound Russian because everyone can do a Russian accent.
Ah,
That is like a go-to reaction, especially when I play tieflings. I don't know why. They always wind up sounding very Russian, Slavic, Bulgarian, that kind of mix, but I'm adorable.
Same with Drow.
Mm-hmm.
They get a lot of Russian.
They do. I like it though.
Drow get a lot of French in my
Really?
experience. Yeah.
Interesting.
What an experience.
I feel like that says
Like
more
ones
you listen
about
to?
people that
Yeah.
person's like perception of the French.
I don't think I've ever Drow haven't been big on most of the ones that I've listened to.
I think
Anyway.
in tabletop champions, the Drow are French accented.
I love that. That just makes me so happy. That is just, it's not something that I would think of for just, it'd be like if you made the dwarves sound French. It'd stop you up going, that
Take a second.
doesn't work. All right. So we are on the other side of the wall that protects Lundy. It is about midnight, if not a little bit later. And you have all landed chasing after whatever this creature, or if it is Jean's dad. All right, so here's what we're going to do. For the two in front, my two warforged, A.A.S.H.U and I keep wanting to say Josh, and I'm like, no, your character is nice. Josh and Troy run out into the field. What do?
How close are we?
You, as fast as you are going, because A.A.S.H.U is 40 feet,
Yeah.
Nines is 30.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're trailing behind A.A.S.H.U, and it annoys you slightly that you're losing in a foot race to A.A.S.H.U. So you're fucking trying to pump ahead, your fucking head down like, motherfucker, I'm gonna catch up to you. So you're keeping pace pretty good. You're just staying about 10 feet behind him. And y'all keep running, and you get about 10 minutes into this forest, and you can't seem to get closer to this creature. And roll perception checks for me as y'all are running. Nines, you are super duper focused on attempting to keep
That's funny.
up with A.A.S.H.U. You're like, go in that direction. I'm gonna fucking beat you.
Natty
We're
one.
going.
It's an 8.
A.A.S.H.U with an 8. You can tell that you're not gaining on this creature. And they honestly, they look like they're getting further away. Like they look like they're shrinking in the distance. Caspian and Muirin, you are running, and you're only about a couple minutes behind. It didn't take too long for you to finish up with Jean. Didn't take you too long to shoot off your spell and to fucking haul ass.
I also
You've
have Step
noticed.
of the Wind where I can dash as a bonus action. If
Oh,
that
so you're.
makes me any faster.
Well, yes, my love. It does make you faster. It doubles your movement speed if you're choosing to use that as a bonus
Yeah,
action each time
I'm burning a key point and using Step of the Wind to fucking
for
gain
another
on this
40
thing.
feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a dash wouldn't it be 80 feet?
Your run with your dash is, yeah, I said another 40 feet for another
Okay.
40 feet. Okay, so as you're running, Nines, you're fucking like, you're trying to keep up. You're like, yes, I got this. And then A.A.S.H.U, do you say anything, or is there any change to A.A.S.H.U when he burns his key, when he activates his key to just fucking like send all this power to his legs?
He turns to Nines and goes, "But Nines, those were just for charity," and just takes off like the Flash, or takes off like Superman, or no, the Flash.
Yeah, Flash.
And just you would think that with such power there would be like divots left in the ground, but Nines, as you're running, he may as well not have touched the ground, because with his key infusing even his heavy body, his feet very barely touch the surface of the earth before he is running. He is going that fast. A.A.S.H.U, even with your increased speed, the creature in front of you seems to continue to shrink. And as you are looking, you don't need a perception check anymore to see. It's because the creature is shrinking. It's not getting further away from you. This 6 foot tall humanoid is getting smaller and smaller and further towards the ground. Can A.A.S.H.U smell?
Yes, he's got sensors that
Like,
detect particles in the air.
okay, so he would be able to discern different smells. You are running and you're noticing this. All of a sudden, the scent of rotten flesh hits you. You come to a stop and you see all around you, in trees along the ground, blood splattered everywhere. If you look closer, you can tell these were people at one point.
Are we in the Blair Witch Woods?
Yes.
I've never seen that movie.
I don't know if it holds up.
um so you notice all of this blood. There's still body parts. There are still scraps of cloth caught in the trees, and it seems to be the same type of clothing that those in the village wore. So once we get here, stop. Do you want to do an investigation check or anything like that, or are you still
Yeah.
trying to go after the creature?
Well, I saw it shrink, right?
You saw that it was getting smaller ahead of you, so you came. If you continue after it, like, it's continuing. It's past this spot now.
I'm following the creature.
Okay, so you continue after it. Nines, you're running. You about, let's see, so he was about 50 feet in front of you. Takes you a minute or two to get to this spot. Do you want to stop or do you want to continue ahead?
Nine slides and stops in its tracks, and sees
Okay.
all and is observing all the carnage around him. While he's observing it, he puts the Ted Party hat on, and shifts and transforms into his destroyer armor with his
Okay.
fire axes.
Okay. Alrighty, so you stop. Do you want to investigate the area, or are you just waiting for the other two to catch
I
up?
am investigating.
Okay, go ahead and investigate for me.
7.
Whenever I'm assuming as he stops to investigate, I would come up to him, behind him, maybe a minute or two behind.
Mm-hmm.
When I get to him, can I also assist in investigation?
Yes, you and Muirin both can go ahead and investigate as well if you would like to.
17.
Caspian, what you can tell from this is that this looks to be where the hunting party was attacked. This is the remains that they had said that they'd found. And you can understand why it was hard for them to identify exactly who this was.
Shreds, you say?
Shoot. Go ahead and are you going to use your bonus action to dash again, or
Yes.
well, let's see. Okay. You don't have to burn your key point if you just want to use a regular bonus action to dash. If you want to burn the key point, it also doubles your jump distance. That would be the only difference between these two things.
Well, how close do I get with just the regular one?
With a regular dash, like you can always choose to use your action instead of your bonus action. So if you're choosing to use your movement, your action, and burn a key point for your bonus action to also be
I move
to
120 feet.
dash, yes, you would go 120 feet in one turn.
Jeez.
That's so
You wouldn't be able to
monks
do
are so
anything
fucking
else.
ridiculous.
You wouldn't be able to do anything else at the end of your turn, but with a whole turn with a key point, you could do 120 feet.
Could I catch it in 120 feet?
So far from what you have been able to tell, you are not gaining on this creature. And it is diminishing in size as you're going. It's harder and harder to track. You see that the footprints that were leading you from the wall have become lighter and lighter until it's just a disturbance of the leaves on the ground. And it's not leaving physical tracks anymore.
A.A.S.H.U will slow down and come to a stop, realizing that it's futile to try and chase this thing, and he's being lured further into the forest without his comrades, so he's going to stop there.
Okay. Are you going to turn back, or are you going
Yeah,
to continue
I'll
ahead?
turn back and come back to where the rest of them are.
Fantastic. So you come back and everybody is kind of looking around. Muirin seems to be making more heads, or not Muirin, Caspian seems to be like his pokings and stuff is he seems to be putting things together in his head as much as you think that Caspian would in his state. Muirin and Nines are both like you're kind of used to blood and gore, but this is blood and gore that has been out for a while. It's hard to be in this area. Things have been eating on this. There's tons of bugs. It's not a fun place to be. A.A.S.H.U, you hear come back and join the party. What do you say to your group, A.A.S.H.U?
I followed the creature as far as I could, but it was too fast. And I point in the direction that it went. I said it went off in that direction, and it continued to shrink as I chased it. It's not human.
Caspian's like digging around in the dirt and he's like, people were murdered here. Having like rolled a 17 and like having very useful information.
Can I roll a perception there now that I'm back?
Do you want to do investigation to
Or yeah,
see if you can gain any more information?
I analyzed the shit out of this crime scene with a 19.
You
Eyes
see
engaged.
that there are remnants of what appeared to be fire arrows, and there are like scorch marks on the trees near you.
I point this out to the rest of the party.
So the night is getting longer as y'all are looking in, and it's hard to stay in this area, and you know for a fact that you are not going to be able to get back into the town until the sun comes up. They will not let you in. What would you guys like to do?
Ask that kid to let us in. He was so eager to do it for his dad.
Now, you didn't hear that. You've not yet talked to Muirin about what was going on with this dude. You just knew that she sent you.
Okay.
Do y'all want to set up camp and just,
At the corpse
Stand
party,
up
or are we
there.
gonna move away
I
from
would-
this?
that was my next question. I mean, with you guys, I don't know. You might find some
Can Muirin reanimate the dead
reason.
and ask them what happened?
There is not a corpse there. So, I mean, this is bits and pieces of what looks like a number of people. So I'm not sure what exactly Reanimate Dead needs, but I think it does need a corpse.
Can we scoop up enough pieces?
We could get an arm and ask it to
think
point
they're
us in the
all
right
the
direction.
same person. I don't think I have Speak with the Dead
Does
currently.
anybody have Frankenstein abilities? I think I have a
so
sewing kit.
Ew. So y'all leave the murder site. Do y'all want to go ahead and head closer towards the town? Or y'all just want to get a little bit further away from here and like set up camp?
Don't care.
Let's set up camp out here.
Yeah,
Okay.
just we can head back towards the town, but not. I don't want to be. Maybe.
I mean, we're trying to catch the shit. If they come to us, that's even better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all set up camp. Do y'all start a fire or y'all keeping it?
None of us have to sleep. Like we all have dark vision, trance, so
You do have to rest.
we do have to rest. But
Yeah.
I would just say, yeah, I don't think that any of us would need to set up a fire.
Who doesn't have dark vision?
I don't think I do.
I don't think the Warforged have dark vision. Okay.
Oh, I
So yeah,
lied.
that's the only drawback would be it would be very, very dark. You have the moon, which is not full. It's not gone. There is a sliver of moon. It's not a ton of light, but you do have the light. So you can start a small fire, just enough to be able to see by. Do y'all, Mir and I assume you tell them what you heard from Jean.
Mhm.
Okay, and then do y'all have any thoughts to add to what she overheard?
Yep. What'd you hear? With your special ears.
How's your nose?
How's your face doing?
You do have like a goose egg coming up on your forehead.
Which
Are
is
you
why
growing another
It's
horn?
slightly.
when he asked me that, I go, oh. So yeah, I explain in particular the fact that he was trying to get him to open the gate. And so that's the goal that this thing has, is to get Jean to open the gate. Which, by the way, this entire episode I've just been picturing in my head Jean Belcher. Oh. So that's who this kid is in my head.
Okay. Do y'all want to add anything to that? Do any of the guys have a response to that besides just like, okay, good call? I agree that we needed to go after it.
Yeah, I would be like, I concur.
Good call.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
So we don't have to sleep necessarily. We do have to go into low power modes. I know that neither of the Warforged can be surprised. But do we set up a watch? Knowing that there is this whatever it is out there.
Yeah, the Warforged are always on watch.
I know you're always on watch, but like to actually like sit out and be like, I know y'all are broken. Okay, so you are resting. Nothing really happens the first couple hours. And then you hear like shifting in the bushes, you hear animals, the wind, stuff like that, just normal night noises. About into hour 3. How are y'all situated in the camp? Are y'all laying down? Is it like I'm propped against a tree? Is it my arms and legs fucking de-extend and I
That's what A.A.S.H.U does. He like pulls his arms and legs in, and he's just like a little trash can sitting there.
Oh my god. That's so charming.
and
Low
his
power
head just
mode.
like, oh no, he appears inert, but he's just like his vision is scanning the
Beep,
in front of him.
beep,
Yeah.
beep.
Aw.
Okay.
Muirin
What?
puts like a little blanket around him.
All right.
Beep, beep, beep.
Nines. How do you go into low power mode?
I walk over to A.A.S.H.U and I T-pose in front of him to assert dominance.
We're outrunning you, motherfucker.
All right.
Can Miss
Caspian?
can Miss Noodle take watch?
Miss Noodle does not have a time limit, correct?
She does not.
Okay. If you want to call her out, you can go ahead and call her out. Do you have her just like circle the like where
Yeah.
y'all are a couple times?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So she, do you have her like fucking posed and ready to go, or is she just like
Oh
chilling?
yeah, she's ready for action.
So she's like circling,
Yeah.
just on guard.
Miss Noodle does not sleep. She waits.
Okay.
Spooky.
She's a magic snake. God, we are kind of broken. We don't need to sleep. We wait. We have a magic snake to guard watch. Like, we mostly have dark vision. Like, yeah, we kind of.
I thought we didn't have dark vision, or am I thinking of the other campaign?
Some of us do.
Okay.
Warforged
You're-
do not.
Warforged don't.
in the other campaign, all of y'all were like, "No, we don't need dark vision in this," and I'm like, "No, I need dark
Yeah.
vision. I'm the only one with dark vision because I don't like not being able to see in the dark." Okay. Muirin, how are you? Or Caspian, how are you? How are you like laying down and resting or going into your trance? I assume it's not like a normal elf. Like I feel like
Oh,
it's more of a splayed out
yeah.
fucking trance,
It's
just like
just
eyes wide open.
It's however he ended up falling. It's
So you're
how
just on the ground.
yeah. It's how any bisexual sits in any chair. It's just not the way it's intended. Like just flute.
I love that. I love that. Okay, and Muirin, how are you in your trance mode?
I am definitely chanting Azarath Metreon Synthos.
Are you laying down or are you like in your?
No, I'll do 'em at like a little, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
A
like little meditation.
relaxed meditation pose, yeah. Okay, as you're chanting. All right. So you are all resting and relaxing. The night seems to be passing perfectly fine. And then Miss Noodle lets out a very loud hiss. And I need you to make an
Is she a
attack
rattlesnake?
roll.
She's like,
Is she a rattlesnake? That's it says
She is not.
python.
She's a
It says
constrictor.
python.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, she hisses and go ahead, Caspian, make me an attack roll with Miss Noodle.
Okay. She will bite. That is a crit. That is a natural 26. 13 plus 4 bite damage.
Okay. You so Miss Noodle hisses, strikes. You hear a thud and a squeal that does not sound human.
It better not be fucking Hamilton.
Caspian's eyes fly open as he like hears that his snake has attacked. And as he's looking up, he sees the face of a half-orc woman. Just the face. And the moment your eyes open and you hear the thud as Miss Noodle attacks, this squeal and this face retracts.
What do you mean
Into the snake?
retract?
It goes into the darkness and it seemed to go above into the trees.
I thought the snake swallowed her whole. She's like, bye.
I thought I thought she bit. I thought Miss Noodle bit everything, but just had the face hanging out of her mouth and was like.
Not
I was
That's
like,
what I thought.
whoa.
it legit looked like just the face and like the hair right there, kind of like in Avatar, Ko the Face Stealer, how whenever he changes his face, it's just the hair and the face of whoever's face he stole. It looks like that, just right above you. Looks like a mask of a half orc woman with the hair flowing around her face, and then the entire face withdraws, mouth open in a soundless scream as you hear the squealing of this creature.
All I'm picturing is that scene from The Abyss of just the like watery tendril face that like, and then like.
But imagine an actual like mask on it.
But a
with hair.
face,
And
yeah.
yes, that would be it. Yeah, kind of. That's pretty much what it looks like.
Thanks, I hate it.
And then you hear, my boy. You've spoken to my boy. You need to leave him alone. And I will need everybody to roll initiative for me.
God damn it!
God damn it. You mean hell yeah.
Fuck yeah! Give me the map.
Fuck
Let me
this guy up.
click my token so I can roll initiative.
Go ahead and just roll it.
Oh,
Sure. 10.
6. Fuck.
9's got 11. 9's
Damn,
about to
we rolled
fucking
trash
eat this
initiative.
guy.
And that is where we are going to end for the team.
Miss Noodle's the only one that got any action.
I mean, that wall did.
The wall definitely got in one of the best hits of the evening.
The wall drew first fucking blood.
It's true.
Alrighty, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Stick around. We are going to be doing a raid. Just give us a moment so we can find somebody who's streaming and we can drop in there. Definitely want to show our other D&D streamers, especially, some love.
That Be Gay Do Crimes one is on.
Are they alive?
Are they?
They appear to be the gnome man.
Is
Yeah,
that what it is?
Happy Pride, by the way. We never said that.
Hey, happy Pride.
To all of my Alphabet Army and allies.
Alphabet.
It's definitely a great. Oh yeah, Alphabet Mafia. I like Alphabet
Alphabet
Army. I don't know
Mafia.
why that like. Blah, 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 blah.
Did you see the TikTok where the guy was like, was it Ligga Bigga Tigga?
What?
He like pronounced the whole thing like Ligga Bigga
Oh,
Tigga.
the LGBTQ. Oh,
It was like, do we support the Ligga? I think it's a typo. Ligga Bigga Tigga. Instead of the chick who was driving was like LGBT, and he was like, do we support them? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, we do.
oh, I love it.
I actually got gifted a 1 month sub by someone for a Be Gay
Ooh.
Do Crime the last time.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, Crimson Rockstar gifted me a tier 1 sub to No Man. Oh, I get it. Gnome Anne.
oh.
Oh God.
How do you
There's
spell?
a
How do you spell
reason
that?
riddles are bad for us.
GN.
GNOME_ANNE.
I'll drop it in
Okay.
Discord.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, I got it.
I
Yeah,
wonder
people-
if that, but I do
people hang
wonder
around.
if that was intentional or if she's just Anne and she likes playing gnomes. I kind of hope that the joke.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the joke.
Yeah,
It's
with
kind of
the-
very on the nose.
And that's fucking cute.
It is adorable. Alrighty, so to our lovely chat, we will see you next week. We will be on. Keep an eye on our socials. I am trying to be a lot better about posting when we're going to be doing that. Our YouTube has now been updated up to now. So if you have not gone back and watched sessions 8 and 9, those are ready to go. Go back and enjoy them. Let us know how you feel about them. And do not forget to like and subscribe to our social media channels if you have not yet. We are still trying to get our @username on Facebook. As soon as we get that, we can start posting more about that as well. Until then, you guys, stay safe, stay sane. We love you, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Boy.
Bye.